It's Thursday, March 5th, and our first task will be to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to take a roll call if I could. Oh, first, although I'd like to hear a motion that Hugh Cushing be appointed a full-time member tonight.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Hugh Cushing as a full-time member tonight.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great, okay. Now I'll call a roll call.
Roberto Cini.
John Glenn.
Wesley Pettit.
Hugh Cushing.
Okay, Depot Road Charlton LLC, you've got a petition here for seeking a variance and a special permit for a lot of stuff. Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Andy Baum from Summit Engineering and Survey. We're here on behalf of Depot Charlton LLC. Here with me is Tony Cicada. He's a project proponent for Pierpont Estates, located off of Pierpont Road. Specifically what we're looking for, there's 11 remaining lots, technically 12. 11 remaining lots on a subdivision that was created. I'll give the board a quick synopsis of the history as I know it. We weren't the design engineer, but we've been the supporting project engineer since 2011, around that time frame. At one point in time, there was a design of a flexible or a cluster development in 2003, 2004. Through the design process, the applicant chose to go with a conventional subdivision, which is what has been approved by the planning board in 2006. It was a 55-lot subdivision. It consisted of a major roadway system that loops through the center of the site, and then there's a handful of dead-end cul-de-sacs off of that. The designation of the zoning district, it was in two districts at the time, was Res 25 and Res 43. Those were changed in 2005, I believe, to Res 43 and Res 87. But because the project had initiated the design phase, it had zoning protection for the 43 and 25 designation respectively. The project has been built. It is basically 90% complete. The roadway, the infrastructure, drainage, cable utilities are all complete with the exception of approximately 850 to 900 linear feet of roadways remaining. It's the last little piece of Noble Street. I apologize, I didn't bring a figure for the board, but if you went straight into the subdivision, it'd be the straight portion after you made the left-hand turn, if any of you had gone there to look at the site beforehand. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts had implemented a Extension Act, which allowed for a 4-year extension for a hold on zoning changes and zoning protections for permitted projects, which this one has been. I do want to iterate that a project of this size is pretty substantially expensive to build, and the economy tanking in 2007, 2008 put a very long hold on this project. I'm sure Mr. Cicada would rather be in Portugal enjoying his drinks than digging through dirt at this point in time. But the reason we're before you, the board, is there's 11 remaining lots, particularly lots 42R to 46R and 6 to 11R, that are undersized based on the current zoning district. There is not enough area or frontage. There would be a substantial loss in the amount of lots were they to apply for into the current zoning, which requires 87,000 square feet compared to 43,000 square feet. Like I said, the hardship has been the economy, which is outside of any of our control, and secondly, owing to the land and the permit process and the time it took to build out this development with him staying in development, and not pulling up stakes, which can happen, unfortunately, with some of these development projects. We believe that the hardship outweighs the strict adherence to the bylaw. Again, I iterate, a lot of the drainage infrastructure has been built, with the exception of the catch basins and the paving in that last section of road. We're actually in the process of applying to the town to accept the completed portions of the road and take over the ownership and operation of the drainage infrastructure in the roadway. As-built has been submitted to the planning board, has been reviewed initially by Graves Engineering. In terms of health and safety, by applying or implementing the requested variances for these lots, the lots are adequately sized for on-site septic. This area is served by on-site septic and on-site wells. In terms of nitrogen loading, each of these lots are a minimum of over 40,000 square feet, so they easily support a 4-bedroom household, which is basically what has been built mostly predominantly throughout the subdivision. Harm to the abutters or strict adherence, most of these lots are of the 1 acre size. If you look at the plan, which I can bring up to you if you'd like to see, you'll see that most of the lots are 1 acre or more. So it's in character with the whole development, and it's actually a pretty nice development. And in terms of density, it's been an approved density. So, and again, we're requesting relief for each of those lots specifically to the lot area. Open it up to any questions.
Any questions from the board?
All the questions is we're a zoning board of appeals. Have you been denied a permit?
Yes. Yep, you'll see it.
We don't have paperwork.
Should have in your packet a denial letter from the
Yeah, there's a,
building
I didn't
inspector.
put it in the packet, but you do have it.
Well,
Dated
I was
January.
looking for a denial from the planning board, not the building inspector.
Oh, okay.
But the subdivision is active. There would be nothing for them to deny yet. So lots have been released over the period of time on this project. The planning board would not have something to deny. The lot exists on a subdivision plan. When he goes to apply for a building permit based on that lot, it would be denied based on the building inspector's letter. So I don't know what the planning board could deny.
Thinking that they would approve a lot change.
But right now, we're not asking for a change to the lot.
Why did the building inspector issue a denial letter?
Because a portion of the initial, what brought this up was was it 43R?
Lot 6.
Lot 6, across the street, sorry. So the frontage had been built up through Lot 6. And he went to the building inspector to apply for a building permit, and that's when it was denied. That's what propagated all this.
Actually, it was denied by the conservation when I was applying for
Yeah, I think it was brought up by the conservation, but officially he had to deny it.
Conservation's denied?
No, they brought up a question saying, we don't think you have adequate upland area as a percentage of your lot. You should check into it. And that's what brought this. So he went to the building inspector, and that's when the building inspector denied it. So they didn't deny the project or a building permit. They asked a question, which we looked into deeper.
Any other questions from the board?
No, I don't have any questions.
How about the abutters? If you could, interested in this, any abutters here? They want to speak on it? Could you give your name, address, and come on up here and, so we can hear you and get you on the record.
Actually, I'm not sure if I'm in a butter. My name's Karen Ogden. I live at,
You're an interested party, you live in Dudley, go ahead.
well, I got a letter in the mail. that-
Okay, then you
I
must
was
be in
gonna-
a butter.
Okay, so I haven't even seen the map, so I'm interested in the actual property.
Where do you reside?
Number 90, which I think is 84A, or Lelandville.
Lelandville.
Like 4 over from Father Village. This isn't,
This is Pierpont Road here.
Okay.
Here's Noble Street coming in.
yeah, so it turns into Lelandville up Lelandville.
In Charlton? Okay, so the lot we're talking about, Lindsay Lane, out way behind Lindsay Lane. You're driving into the subdivision,
Yep.
this is the last lot, you take a left,
Yep.
that's mostly undeveloped. Drives up here.
So where's Lindsay Lane?
Lindsay Lane.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure, the property behind me, and I was looking
No, if you're up in Lelandville,
Yeah.
this is
Yes,
direction.
so, thank you, sir. So, if I could?
Go,
So
sure, go ahead.
Michael Castigian.
Go right ahead.
I'm from 17 Lindsay Lane in Charlton.
In Charlton,
Yes, sir.
okay,
And first of all, thank you for the note.
you're in a butter.
Yeah. So, we're in a butter to that red line, I think. There was a red line that you have that goes into Charlton on the map she showed me.
Is that the orders list?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. And I didn't understand, having visited the site, right?
Yes.
I didn't understand how we, looked to me like a quarter mile away from the work, right?
Right.
How we were in a butter,
Oh.
but we're off that red, we're off that red line by probably,
Most likely,
Yeah.
there's a portion of your property that comes into that, and you fall into the tax map, that's why you would
Right.
be notified.
so I guess my question is, what is this line?
That is a 300-foot, so a special permit or a variance requires notifications to abutters to abutters within 300 feet of the proposed
A
work.
butters to a butters.
Yeah,
Okay.
within 300 feet. So that's what that
Okay,
red line represents.
I'm sorry, thank you very
Okay.
kindly. Appreciate it, Frank.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
So everyone from the audience been heard?
Thank you so much.
Any questions here? I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion, we close the meeting, public meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So, close the public hearing. We have 30, 60, 90 days for a decision. Special permit,
Special permit, 60 days.
60 days. So, unless we want to deliberate right now.
Well, actually, I didn't have any questions about this, but I'm not sure. I think I could use some education on this, and maybe, my concern is if we're stepping on the feet of any other department, so I guess I'd like to look at that before I make a decision.
Oh, all right.
So I would be in favor of delaying the decision.
Sure. So we got 60 days to make a decision
Okay.
about granting the special permit. And what about the variance? How many days for that?
You're not asking for a variance, are you? You're
It
asking.
says special permit variance to vary.
That's how the building inspector worded it.
Okay, so we're looking for a special permit then.
We're looking for variance.
Variances? Okay,
Variance, yeah,
it's
There's a
variances.
reduction in the requirement in the zoning bylaw.
Okay. So you're not looking for a special permit?
No.
You're looking for a variance, so how many days for that?
That's 90 days.
It's 90 days. Okay, so we have 90 days to make our decision. So you want to make a motion to adjourn?
Yeah,
And we gotta-
or is it continuance?
Well,
Yeah.
continue the public hearing?
We could.
Well, we closed the public
We closed the public hearing, so now we're going to deliberate and make our decision. We have 90 days to do it.
To make a decision.
Right.
Am I correct? There are 90 days?
For a
I don't-
variance.
I can't remember all the numbers in my
I think it's
I can
90.
go verify
I
it.
think it is 90.
The only, so, Mr. Chairman, I apologize. If you close the public hearing, let's put it this way, if the board, like Mr. Pettit, wants or needs some more information,
So,
wouldn't close you close the hearing, because then you couldn't
Continue.
technically admit testimony.
That sounds logical.
okay, so, I'd
So
like,
if there was something that you needed either from the applicant or anyone, parties involved, either the planning board, the recommendation would be to continue the hearing with an agenda item of what the board needs to help make their decision.
sure.
And then once you close the hearing, you have time to deliberate and then issue the decision.
So I'm mistaken. I shouldn't have asked for a closing of the public hearing.
That's okay.
I should have asked for a continuance. Can I amend that, my request for
I don't think it's been seconded yet, so you're.
But no one seconded it. so-
No one did? Okay, so I would entertain a motion to continue the public hearing. Somebody make that motion?
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay. So we'll continue the public hearing till, or at least, till such time as we can render a decision within the 90-day period.
Okay, is there any other additional information we can help provide from the applicant's standpoint?
Would you like?
No, not from, I don't think so. I mean, I think clearly understand what your position is and what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to ask a question. You have 90 days, but you can decide before, right?
Does it decide,
Before the 90 days.
we could,
Yeah. Reason is, I'm in the process to build a culvert there, 12-foot span culvert by 50 feet.
right?
And
You'd like to get going on that.
right, I already built the walls, and I have all the slabs already. I can have that building, I mean, that culvert in place in almost in 24 hours, because everything is ready to go. But I'm in a situation that, let's say that if I don't get what I'm looking for, and I probably shouldn't say this, but this is a very expensive piece of land to develop, those 11 lots. And if I lose any lots, it's not worth for me to do it.
Right.
Okay, so till I get a decision from the CBA, I cannot, I don't want to go ahead and build that bridge. So if there's any way to speed up this thing a little bit so I can get going, because time flies, time goes fast, and
Wesley, who would you like to talk to?
I guess I just want to make sure that it's, that we don't have to involve the planning board or any other department.
So you want to talk to?
So,
Who do you want to talk to?
planning board, I guess.
And what mechanism do we want to use? Do you want to talk to them personally?
I
I
don't-
mean, how are we going to do this from a practical standpoint? Do you want to call another meeting to have the planning board come here, or do you want to contact them yourself, or?
I guess I could contact them myself if nobody
Okay,
else has any
once
questions
you-
for them.
When
I
do
don't
they
think
meet?
anyone does,
When do they meet?
but I don't know.
Well, it's
The,
easy enough to find out.
the planning board, at the last meeting that I had with the planning board, they told me that if the ZBA is okay, it's okay with them. They just, that's the ZBA decision, that's what they,
I guess if I had that answer from the planning board, I'd be all set to make a decision. So, I don't, there's no motivation to delay it. I mean, as fast as we can get a response from them.
So, how do we, Gloria, can you contact them to see, to get
Yep.
us some comfort there?
Yep. And our April meeting would be April 2nd.
So wait till,
okay,
okay.
yeah, that's good.
So we get some comfort between now and April 2nd?
Yeah, yep,
You'll come back?
I will come back.
You don't have to do any advertising or anything, because we continue the public hearing.
I expect all my customers to be here today to support this thing, but I guess they get a little lazy.
Mr. Shannon, with all due respect, I think you can get the flavor or the feeling from this board that we're not here to hinder you. We're here to help you.
I saw that, I appreciate
And I want you to understand that,
Yeah,
okay?
because I want to finish this thing. I want to finish
understand
this
that, but,
project.
you know, it has been a few years, though,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I understand that.
I wish I was there.
Wesley does have a good, don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes.
Totally understand. Totally understand. Yeah. Okay.
Just, not that it
Well-
really matters that much, but will you be building those houses this year if everything goes,
Well,
everything starts happening?
I'm building that culvert so I can get across the wetlands, so I can start, because I have a lot of ledge there, you have to blast the whole thing to get the drain in, all that stuff, so it's gonna take me some time. And we don't know what the market is gonna be next year, so I wanna get going, because I already went through the last fall.
I have one question here. Should we mention the conservation board? Should they be consulted as well as the crossing of the wetlands?
You have a comment already?
We're Jake with the conservation, right?
Pardon?
We're okay with the conservation?
Yes.
Yes. What happened is, when I applied for the, for a note of intent, they look into a 2-acre zoning, and the upper land doesn't meet the requirements of 75% upper land on the 2-acre lot, but it does on a 1-acre lot. So everything starts right there, so, yeah. Okay, so we'll be back in April 2nd.
April 2nd, yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, I need what is this from you?
Oh, could we get an abutters list of your mailing, of your notifications?
Is it possible to send out a copy of the abutters list as well? Can you send a letter? A copy of the map of the abutters? Like this? Do you want a copy? I'd love a copy, yeah. I'll give you a copy. Okay. I'll make a copy. Okay.
So, we're still in session, but we could,
You gotta do the minutes.
oh, shoot, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. But everyone came in and signed that last order for last month, right?
We did,
Didn't we sign off on everything?
we did, the copy of it.
And went okay. Yep. Oh, did she, the attorney, did she draft it?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Thank you, folks.
Great, okay, I'm sorry.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
That's right, she did draft it. And that was the only thing on from the last hearing.
So John, for clarification, do you want me to contact the planning board?
Yes.
Or is on behalf of Wes?
Yes, on behalf of the board. Find out from them what this gentleman indicated, that the planning board only wanted to know, wanted to say that they were fine with their request and that they had to appear before us. But they
I
were
guess
fine
I
with the
see this
request.
as a second chance for a planning board to review what, I realize they've already made a decision, but this is a second chance for them to. I mean, you know, there's a reason why the town has gone to 2-acre zoning,
Right. Oh, yeah.
you know, and there may be concerns with the planning board on that.
Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely. All the other boards gotta be happy.
Okay.
So you're gonna contact, I guess, their,
Bill Scanlon, who's the interim
okay,
planner.
and refresh his recollection of this deal, and that, find out if he wants to ratify what this gentleman just said, which was that they were, that the board was fine with what they wanted to do. And if we get that, then, are we gonna have a hearing on April? Otherwise, something else coming up?
Not that I know of right now.
So we're gonna come back for that.
Sorry.
Get your taxes done?
Yeah, well, no, I'm waiting,
that's what
I mean, I'm waiting for a CPA to tell me that they're done, yeah.
Yeah, see, so, he's gonna be at a hearing.
Okay,
Doesn't that make sense?
makes sense.
That's April 2nd, right?
That's April 2nd, right?
Second.
Could you, I've been on the road, seriously, it's on my calendar at work, but I haven't been in the office for 3 days.
Oh,
I was in the Cape, I was in Sturbridge, and I came home tonight, and I didn't want to move.
well,
I
so,
forgot, I'm sorry. But I won't, April 2nd.
okay, April 2nd, okay.
And George will be in charge anyway.
Well, he says he accused himself.
Oh, that's right, he can't be, well, he'll be here for, if there's anything else. Yeah, George can't.
All right,
Oh, do we want to look at the minutes?
approve the minutes.
Do you want to, does anyone want to talk about that, the minutes? Are they happy with them?
I'm happy with them.
Want to make a motion about the minutes?
I make a motion, we accept the minutes as written.
All those in favor? Oh,
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, so we'll accept the minutes. Do we have any housekeeping things? Bills, budgets?
We had a letter from, I thought I put it in here, from Jonathan Luda, addressed to the departments, asking us not to, I'm paraphrasing the whole letter, asking us not to spend money just to spend money, and hopefully turning in some money at the end of the fiscal year.
No, we have to pay them.
I'll give him my, my salary.
Hugh, can we put that in the record? Hugh will forego his fee.
Your stipend, right?
Yeah, my stipend.
No, we do have some money that we can turn in. There is a I think there is a stipend in there for the board for travel, that we never use.
We haven't used that.
It's not much.
Turn it back.
It's not much.
I have
It's-
to travel up to Noble Road, I guess, now to check out those lots.
57.5 cents,
Yeah, I know.
something like that.
There is a meeting in the town hall, March 30th, on the old Ethan Allen building.
That's what we got. Also, we're supposed
Yes.
to all try to meet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it, yeah.
That's March 30th,
At Town Hall, right? Here?
right here.
So that's that Tuesday then.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal, though. I mean, everyone should show up for that one.
Mm.
Okay, I better put that down. That's at 7 o'clock, no?
I'm not sure, I did get a letter, but
Yeah, I got the
I got the calendar.
Okay.
they did say whether or not they're bringing samples.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm writing. What did you say? Did you ask me a question? Okay.
I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. I did that 15 minutes ago, I know, but
I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Did we make motion to continue the public hearing?
yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
We took back our initial.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none? See you guys next, it's on the 30th.
No?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should